Hello, you guys. This is the One Piece King here today. Apparently today we got another. Well, it wasn't exactly another arc trailer. It was more like character trailers for gameplay. Um, Now for the four, like the first four, basically was the ones we already knew was gonna be playable. Chopper, Robin, Frankie, and Brooke, obviously. But seeing the kind of movesets that they had and everything, or at least the type of moves that they had, that were shown in this gameplay, um, the one I was most excited for was actually Robin, Frankie, and Brooke. Chopper's was more like, yeah, almost the same stuff he had in Pirate Warriors 3, and that's why I was like, no, it's like, man, now you need to make it to where it's more expandable to where there needs to be other, form points of Chopper. He has more than just, the one. Chopper's got millions of other ones. Um, well, in the time skip, he kind of has some suppressed, but, he still has a lot, to go with and everything. So yeah, Chopper's, we got to see his, I got to look, and I'm like, sort of the same thing with Choppers. I'm not really that impressed with it. They should have really, like, maybe there's a different, like, kind of like what I said, that there might be, that basically we'll have it to where there's, like, different combos, different specials you could switch from. So, basically to where Chopper's moves might be actually changed out, and you can change out the moves whenever you want. So, might be a thing, just like that and stuff. So we might not ever know about with Chopper and stuff. Hopefully we might get to see more with Chopper and everything. Um, but with Robin though, okay, so I did get something wrong. You know how whenever I said that Robin, whenever like she gets a CN4 wing, that it would be part of her jump or whatever? Um, I don't know if that's really the case though, but she does do a bit of like aerial dash attacks or something. Like she actually, would be in the air, but she would like kind of zoom in and dash at you or at the enemies and everything. Like she would dash at the enemies and everything when you play as her. But she still has wing and everything. Like she still uses CM4 wing. And I'm like, well, that's the part that counts is that she could still be in the air, but I don't know if that's gonna be more of like an aerial attack thing where they allow her to be like in the air for a while, but then when wing would deplete, it would kind of just disappear. You kind of just fall or something, and it's like there you go. That's what wing does, but I don't know. But for the way how I saw what they did with wing with Robin in the gameplay, pretty much, I pretty much approve. I pretty much approve of, Robin with wing. I pretty much approve. It looks very, looks very nice, and it gives Robin more of a moveset to work with because what I noticed in Pirate Warriors 3, and even people made a comment about this too, that Robin's moveset in Pirate Warriors 3, it was very slow. It was like, it wasn't very fast. Like you had to really be attacking the enemies like way before they attack you. Because Robin does more of a distance thing. She doesn't do it like she doesn't have a lot of moves that do more of like you have to like get close to her and everything. Like there's probably like one or two, but as for every other move though, it's like Robin basically just yeah. Like Robin has a lot of like far away attack moves and stuff, but at least for Part Warriors 4, though, Robin's got more, of a move, like a move set to use. Like, she's got more in story. So, I'm pretty much content with Robin. Um, Frankie, it surprised me with Frankie because, usually, as a comparison with Pirate Warriors 3 again, uh, Frankie, had some good move sets and everything, both his pre and his post time skip. I had a lot of moves to work with him because Frankie is just a tank, alright? Let me just say that right now. Frankie is like a human tank because he's got a lot of weapons on him and could do like a bunch of like, bunch of damage like anywhere. Okay, like Frankie is a literal tank. He good. But for Pirate Warriors 4 though, like Frankie is still the tank in Pirate Warriors 4, which is why I think they made him a power type. It fits him well because Frankie is literally a powerhouse. Like, that's what he's good for. But, but Frankie, though, it was in his combo set that he actually uses the Frankie Shogun and actually, like, you could actually, like, do a move with it. And it surprised me with that because of like, oh, the Frankie Shogun, is more of a special attack move in, Pirate Warriors 3. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to, use it as an awakening type of form too, to where we could even, change in and out of the, the Frankie Shogun whenever we want. Because if we could do that, that'd be pretty cool because, that just means that there's a lot more in store with the Frankie Shogun. Because the Frankie Shogun's got a lot of good moves too, but it's barely got any, like shine light or something and everything. Like, it's barely got its time to shine, in the Pirate Warriors games and stuff because all it was really good for was just, doing the General Watcher step, which was basically, him having the sword and spinning with it. And yeah, even does like this little like he slams himself down and everything on the ground, kind of creating like a big old wave or whatever. And then there was the other one which was the General Cannon. Yeah, it was like the General Cannon. And the General Cannon can stay. That's a good move. Like, it does really big damage. But, it's just Frankie kind of just, Frankie would need like more to work with this Frankie Shogun, but if they do that, that'd be pretty cool and stuff. But so far, I really like it though, because he's got this new move where he's in the Frankie Shogun and he even runs with us too, but he's spinning his arms and everything, like he's spinning his arms to go and like hit the enemies when he's charging at them. So I'm like, okay, that's a pretty cool one. I like that one. I like that. Um, so now moving Frankie out of the way and everything, we got Brook. Now, Brook doesn't have all of the same moves that he had in Pirate Warriors 3. Some of them he does, but not a lot, though. There's actually one that I like, though, that he's got as a new one, and this pertains to, Whole Cake Island and everything. Or actually, not Whole Cake Island, so to say. It, pertains to Fishman Island. But it kind of also worked its way up a little bit to Whole Cake and everything, which is what I love how they did, how they did this and everything. It's pretty cool. Um, there's almost references to Perona's ability in Pirate Warriors 3, or at least I think, well, Perona didn't appear until Pirate Warriors 2, so I don't know if Perona even got, the same ability that the Pirate Warriors 3 Perona does. I don't know. But, but with Brook, though, so in the series, Brook has this ability where, it's a new ability of his that he learned, during, his training during the New World and stuff, that he could separate his own soul from his body, in which he would be this green, ghost. He would be like a green ghosted Brook, you know. And in Pirate Warriors 4, it seems that that is a combo attack move and everything. Like, Brook can actually do that. And, so I found that to be pretty cool and funny, and I'm like, well, they could have almost added that as a little detail in Pirate Warriors 3 because it was only a taunt, but basically Brook had it to where like his head, if you did like a certain taunt with Brook, his head would fall right off of his body, but it would, kind of float itself back up and land back in the spot. Don't know if the same thing would happen like that, like basically if it would be like a funny little thing where Brook's head gets kind of taken off and you see like this little ghostly aura or something, like kind of like the green and everything, like this green spiritual aura or something, and it brings, Brook's head back onto his body and everything. Like, if I see something like that and everything, either as a taunt or as some type of funny combo or something, and, well, I mean, more or less really like a taunt or something, or even as a cutscene, because he does fight Zeo in Fishman Island, like, so I would like to see that too. But, But now that we got to see Brook, using, his green ghost ability, I'm like, that's perfect. I like that. Only thing that's missing now, at least apart from Brook though, is if we get to see Brook, because this is basically a big Whole Cake thing, but if we got to see Brook kind of strumming a guitar and basically summoning up the kind of like the giant um the Soul King, I guess you could call it, the giant Soul King, in which it would take, in which technically though, by by whole cake standards, because Big Mom's whole army of the chess soldiers is made up of her own soul or the souls of others. The Soul King, if the Soul King was to be put in the game as like a little awesome feature or something for Brooke's character, um, it would basically either probably make them like dizzy or weak, in which you could probably do a lot more with that and everything. Don't know if that would be an awakening or if that would be like something else really, but if they did add that in there, I'd be like, that sets it for Brooke. That's good, that's good for Brooke. You add that in there, that sets it for Brooke. That'd be cool. I mean, of course, costume is as well for Brooke and everything, and possibly even a kind of a bit of a bigger move set for Brooke and stuff, because Brooke has a lot more in store, but costumes, kind of a bit more of a move set to give him, and the Soul King, like those three big things right there. You give Brooke those, I'd be content with that. I'd be like, Brooke is good. You don't have to do any more with Brooke. Brooke is good. Brooke is okay. You know, like Brooke would be awesome. Now for the final two characters, that we saw gameplay of and everything with Smoker Tashigi. We from what we saw of the game, like the game release date and everything of the trailer where it was showing partial Whole Cake and partial Wano. We did get to see Smoker Tashigi at Wano in that trailer, so already making me think like, yeah, they're making a return. You cannot kick those two characters out. They're like pretty much set for life and everything. Um, you know, but yeah, but with Smoker and Dashiki though, Smoker's got like Smoker's able to kind of like, be in the air and everything. In which that's good because Smoker, can fly. Technically he can. But I don't know if they're gonna make it to where you could stay in the air with Smoker like really long or something. I don't know if they'll make it to where you can. If they can and everything, which I'll have to go and check and stuff. But if they do allow you to fly with Smoker, I'll be like, that's good because Smoker can technically fly. Dude can literally launch himself in the air and literally be like, you. I mean, of course, he'll create like a little, smoke thing and stuff, but technically, Smoker can fly. He can. Um, now with Tashiki though, she's kind of got the same movesets as she did in Pirate Warriors 3, but I think it's a bit upped a bit because now they give it, they give aerial attacks now and they can jump, obviously. But I think with Tashiki though, she should definitely be having a move where it's because she's went through training during the time skip. She's learned hockey. She's got the six powers. So obviously she would need to have Sordo, yeah, Sordo, or basically the shave technique in which uh basically it's like teleportation or something, or not teleportation, but like you kind of like shift from one place to another. Like you move so fast, like you're like boop, it's like I am here, now I'm here, now I'm here, you know. Sort of like what Lucci does and everything, which by the way we did not get to see if Lucci, ever made it and everything. We never got to see yet, but who knows? Lucci probably might make it and everything with how his old look would look and if we would ever get him, in his look of CP0. We don't know. Um, but technically though, Toshigi kind of the same moves, Smoker almost the same moves, but I think again they probably might have more moves than we think. It's just we got to take a look at them and stuff, and there you go. But yeah, but there you go with that and everything. And a final part to kind of end out the video though. We also got the news of this, I believe either I don't know if it was today or if it was yesterday. Probably was a part of today and everything as giving us like a little gift or something. But which Bandai gives us way too much and everything, like, as a end of the year kind of gift, like Bandai, thank you. Um we actually did get to see a screenshot of of Shanks gameplay. So, Shanks is definitely making a return to be playable in the game. And also somebody was saying that Blackbeard was also playable as well. I mean, I could agree with that and everything. I could agree that Blackbeard is playable because why would they not make the dude playable and everything? Like Blackbeard was playable, um, throughout like three Pirate Warriors games and stuff, or at least, well, I don't think it was three. I think it was just the two because like basically, I think I don't know if he was playable in the first one. I'll have to check at the character roster in the first one because if I don't see Blackbeard on there, then it was most definitely just the second and the third game. Um, the third game most definitely had it to where he utilized both the dark and the tremor fruit moves. I think it was sort of like a half and half where yeah, it was more for the new world, but it was in half a half, like half and half between where he would use his dark fruit powers and stuff, like he would use the dark fruit moves, and then the other half would be like using the tremor fruit moves and everything that he got from Whitebeard. So you know, so I thought that was good of a half and half and stuff, but but as for Pirate Warriors 4 though, now that he's got his new look and everything, apparently that we're getting ahead of time of what at least the color scheme and everything, what it looks like before we even get to that actual part in the anime and everything, because that's only by manga standards, to be honest. That's only by manga. So but Blackbeard though, yeah, but Blackbeard and Shanks are confirmed to be playable. I don't know if they'll have new move sets with them too. I don't know. I hope. I hope I hope both of them become like destructive move sets. Especially Blackbeard's because, like I said, dude's got the Tremor Fruit move, or uh, like he's got the Tremor Fruit, but he's also would have like moves for that and stuff. So I want to see if they want to incorporate new moves into that. Because if they do, I'll be like, hey, it's like I've never seen this move before. Because I know all the Tremor Fruit moves that Blackbeard does in Pirate Warriors 3. I know what they all do. Um, but um, but then that's raising a question though. Before I end this out, like since we have the current Yonko, the current Emperor's playable in Pirate Warriors 4, does that mean that we're going to be getting like Whitebeard playable in Pirate Warriors 4? Because if we are, that'd be pretty awesome. Like if we got confirmed Whitebeard was gonna be playable in Pirate Warriors 4, I would be like, yes, thank you. Like that's definitely what we needed and everything. Whitebeard, like Whitebeard's a pretty destructive character to play as and stuff. Like I think throughout all the games and stuff, like throughout all three of the Pirate Warriors games, Whitebeard is the most destructive to play with. Because I remember training up my Whitebeard in Pirate Warriors 3, and dude literally hits like a truck. Dude literally, would destroy, a lot of, enemies, characters to get out of his way, and it's like, it's like you don't even have to really try that hard with Whitebeard, unless if it's like a really difficult enemy to face with, such as Shanks and yeah, it would mainly be Shanks probably. It'd probably be like Shanks and some other characters because I know some of them, cause a problem and everything. Like some of them, if you play like on the really hardest mode, some of those characters really cause a problem and stuff. In which case, Shanks is one of them. You got to be really careful around Shanks. Like Shanks really hits like a truck. But Whitebeard does too, though. So be wary of Whitebeard. Be wary of him. But yeah. I mean, I guess that's really all to really say out right there and everything. I guess this is really to end out the year and stuff. I don't know if we're really gonna be getting anything new and stuff like for 2020 in January of next year and next month. I don't know if we're gonna, get anything new. But if we do, you know, I'll come back here, make a video discussing about it again. Well, not again, but like discussing about it and stuff, like about what's new and all that kind of stuff. Um, like if we get any news of that and everything, I'll let everybody know. But so far though, nothing new besides that has popped up, and I'll have to go and check at the character list and everything because I went to go and check on Bilbsy's video, and he said apparently there's only gonna be just 40 characters. That's what he heard. And like shout out to his channel by the way, like he a cool guy, but you know, technically it was 40 plus characters, so that means that there could be like maybe 50 or maybe 60 characters. Like they could really add in a lot of characters if they wanted to, but adding in just 40, I don't think so because they said it was gonna be the biggest roster like in the history of the Pirate Warriors games. Like they want to make it the biggest roster ever. Like just in the generations of the Pirate Warriors games, like ever. So, we won't know who will make it in there and everything. Like, we could already like kind of just guess about some cameos that the characters made in and everything, such as Perospero, Jack, Drake, Brulee, Pudding, you know. Like there's so many other characters to make it in and everything, but yet, it's really up to Bandai and Koei to kind of be like, you know what? We're gonna kind of just think about this one. We're gonna think about this. We're gonna think about what characters they would really want in there and everything. Because we got kind of Curry, we got our boy, so that's like a huge, like that's like a huge yes and everything, like a huge 50% yes of everybody just wanting the game. Unless that's all you wanted was Kata Curry, then all y'all are 100%. But if you're like me and still want something else like costumes to be corrected and a lot of other stuff, you'd be more on a 50 and be like, Concurry was a big 50, so yes. But as for everything else though, I'm still, waiting on what other content we will get to see. But anyway though, this will be the end of the video right here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave a like on the video, and leave a comment down below, about your thoughts of, what, like, basically of what we got and everything, of 6 character gameplay, trailers in total, and what we could possibly see as of the future and everything, like a possible Blackbeard and Shanks gameplay trailer, and even possible more characters to be announced and everything for the future. Like we may never know. But anyway, though, this will be the end of the video, and I will be seeing you all in the next one. Bye.